Alright, everybody, I'm back for at least a little bit. Not sure how long I'm gonna play today, but... Oh, crap. Yo. Hello there, Mario Fan 04. Let me turn the microphone around. Okay. Please. Thank you. How's my day going? It's a little hot outside, and that's about it. Have I seen Kim Possible? If you mean the original series, I have not seen it in a very long time. Though, part of the reason I want to get a Disney Plus subscription is because Kim Possible is going to be on there. What the hell? Apparently, Jesse's advertising my stream on here, on the Discord server. Huh. But yeah, Mario Fan, I do not know. From what I've heard, the live action Kim Possible's pretty bad. So there's no way I'm gonna watch that. How cool was Kim Possible? Well, from what little I remember it being good. I mean, thank God it's one of the only shows Disney's gonna have their way to make available. Because Disney's really not good at making their old shows available. Like, particularly during the One Saturday Morning era. Like, stuff from the Disney Afternoon they've been fair enough in making available, and then stuff from, like, the 2000s, they've kind of been good at making available, but then again, I feel like in the 2000s, Kim Possible's, like, the one exception. Like, I have no idea if, like, the Proud Family's available, and I know for a fact that the movie-based shows like Emperor's New School and Lilo and Stitch are not available. He also kind of forgot Phineas and Ferb, but then again, Phineas and Ferb was like the late 2000s into the 2010s. The place reminds you of Merlin's dark tower fortress of pure evil. Wahahaha. Funny considering that there actually is a version of Merlin in this game. Except he's one of the good guys this time. What system is what on today? This game? I'm playing this on the PS4 version. I mean, this was originally a PS2 game, and then it got a remaster on the PS3, which allowed American and European audiences to play the Japanese exclusive Final Mix version for the first time. And then the PS3 version got an additional remaster on the PS4 version that heavily improved the load times, and it also bumped the game up to 60 FPS. I mean, because the capturing device I have is not capable of capturing 60 FPS, but trust me, the game, it plays at 60. No, right as you message that out, another person in chat, the Pokesaurus, comes in. Now I feel like Snake. Now I feel. Oh shit. Now I feel like. I was about to say I feel like old Snake from MGS4 because freaking the combo I'm doing is like Snake, what Snake would do to Liquid Ocelot. Well, that was easy. Once again, Adam, if you are secretly watching this, please tune out of the video because I'm about to say KH3 again. I actually really kind of miss how this game and the first game, Mario fan, to explain it, basically guy in black coat made Beast go crazy. That's basically the best explanation I can give. That's simple. But now we made Beast, basically we knocked Beast in the head and now he's not crazy no more.
My sadness, my pain, and turned it all into rage. There was nothing I could do. I could no longer see the truth.
But as I was saying, I kind of miss how the first two KH games made 2D Disney movies into 3D, but then freaking we get to KH3 where the majority of the movies are 3D, are based on 3D movies. One of the various different things that disappointed me about KH3.
I've mistreated her and been so selfish.
She didn't say anything about that.
She'd never tell anyone of my cruelty. She's too good.
See, I'm afraid he judges himself far too harshly.
Why don't you just go talk to her?
It's funny, sometimes I judge myself too harshly.
No excuses. Come on, we'll go with you.
Oh, look at that. Beast is in the party now. Alright. Oh, thank God we have the high potions. It's good. Alright, look at this. Ooh. Blazing glory. You were watching one of my Shrek videos? Which one? Also, Mario fan, I highly recommend you go watch my friend Brasa455. Him playing Shrek on Xbox. He goes out of his way to play race mode. Probably the extra large. Oh, what you were watching of me was the extra large version? Yeah. With me, I played the extra large version as a series of holiday specials, and then I eventually combined all of them into a complete series, so to speak. I'll just say, it is very fortunate Dark Lord Shadow cannot play the Xbox version. Like, the extra large version is still bad, but at least it's the funny kind of bad. I mean, the Xbox version is that funny kind of bad, too. But still, the gameplay of the Xbox version is unbelievable. Funny thing is, I know a decent amount about emulators. Of these 6th-gen systems, from what I understand, the original Xbox does not really have a working emulator. Like, the PS2 has PCSX2, the GameCube has Dolphin, of course, but the Xbox, from what I understand, there's no emulators that I'm aware of, anyway. So literally the only way to play a lot of original Xbox games is just to have original hardware. Or, if the game you want to play happens to run on the 360 or the Xbox One. Up, I accidentally activated his limit break here. Oops. Yo. Ugh. Oh, god damn it. Apparently I get leveled up, look at that. Nice. good. Okay. I have items, yes. Wait. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking me trying to re-let's play this game is going to take a very long time. I mean, this is the third live stream, and I'm still kind of towards the beginning of the game. But have I played any LEGO games? I mean, I played LEGO Star Wars back in the day. I also played both LEGO Indiana Jones. I have all 3 LEGO Batman games, but I only ever beat the first one. I don't know, like, to me, starting with, like, LEGO Batman 2, I feel like when they started making the characters talk, it kind of made me... For me, it kind of made the games lose a bit of the charm they had. Yo. Thinking I have to go to where Belle is. Yo, god damn it. God damn it! Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. And now, while this cutscene plays, I have to type something out. Okay, sorry about that. Man in Black. Why do I think Men in Black is an awesome sounding term? Make Merlin from Shrek the final boss in my RPG. Oh, you know about the shitty RPG games? Oh god. I mean, I know that in the third shitty RPG game that I had planned out, but more than likely it might just be 2 games. I know in the third one, more or less, I made it to where Shrek from the extra large version harnessed Merlin's powers and basically became his own version of Dracula from Castlevania.
Where are you?
Belle. Oh no. We might want to go save the game real quick. So, Shrek... Oh, trust me, if the third game ever gets made, Shrek Extra Large would be the last boss of the game. I can't really give away who the last bosses of the first two games are. I mean, if you've seen gameplay of, like, the late game of the first one, please do not give it away in chat, because Adam and Brandon, two friends of mine, still have to play it. The Plague of Ouroboros. Oh my god. Did I get past the Totally Spies boss fight?
I'm all right.
What do you mean Totally Spies boss fight? Sometimes I forget things. Yup, that's Ouroboros, alright. Probably my RPG... Oh! I think if I added the Totally Spies in, I think I know where I'd do it. But that's if. No, not the limit break. God. You know, I'm letting this run out. Oh no! This is definitely something good ol' Albert Wesker would have concocted. Okay. Oh, he's bringing down the chandelier. Okay, sorry, I had to mute my mic because somebody came downstairs. And you think this is an awesome looking room? I destroyed it very quickly. Yeah, I was a little surprised I did it quickly. So. Well, you know, for the record, this is not the first time I've actually did a Let's Play of this game. The first time was back when I was trying to Let's Play the whole series with, actually, the guy that was in chat earlier, Vandelia1998. But let's just say a lot happened behind the scenes of making that Let's Play attempt, basically involving him trying to make me 100% the game on the hardest difficulty. Like, it actually got to the point where he was forcing me to do it when I didn't feel like doing it.
Get that nobody of yours and have control over it.
You're all right.
Now, I'm still playing on the hardest difficulty, but I'm not obligating myself to 100% it. Because, let's just say, this is a very big game, and 100%ing it is a huge time sink. So really, all I'm going to be doing is beating the main plot and maybe doing some of the major side stuff, but not some of the more minor things.
Forgive me.
I know you weren't yourself. You don't have to apologize. But I had hoped you might have changed a little bit.
Also, as he alluded to in his messages, my group of friends, and him are not exactly on speaking terms.
Remember the rules?
Precisely. You see, if the master can learn to love and earn love in return before the last petal falls,
The spell will be broken.
Really? You think he's gonna make it?
We think so.
Oh, hang on.
Yup, I think you're right.
I hope you're right.
What happened?
Do you have to go?
Yeah.
Well, no more arguing, okay? We'll see to it.
I can't be asked.
you are welcome here any time.
If you hear anything about Riku, or the King, the Heartless, the organization, anything at all, let us know. Okay, gotta go.
Okay. And now we get to go to Hercules.
Hey, wait a minute.
Or, never mind, we have to divert. I actually forgot about this diversion.
I wonder what's up. Come on.
Oh, look, Mario fan, here's our version of Merlin.
Well now.
What kind of diversion? Basically, we're getting our introduction to one of the optional things you can do.
Too much power in doing so, and those infernal heartless.
So what's up?
Well, I happened to stumble across this in the Zero District.
Whose storybook?
That's right. I know you're a good friend of Winnie the Pooh, Sora. That's why I summoned you. And when I did, I was attacked by the Heartless. Of course, I fought back with some rather powerful magic, but then I began to fear the book would be damaged, so oh, now, just a moment. Leon and the others need to hear this, too. I'd better go find them. Be back in a jiffy.
I wonder how Pooh's doing.
Wanna find out?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. You know, this is kind of funny.
Cover for me, okay?
At one point, I tried to recreate the Simpsons movie with, like, the audio of the movie playing in the background, but with cutscenes from this game, the first game, and I think Rechain of Memories. That was, like, the only other game out at the time that I was able to get video footage of anyway. And this part of the game was what I used for a part of the angry mob scene. Specifically, it was the part where Homer's, like, hanging from the tree and he goes, "You know, the word apology is tossed around a lot these days, but when it comes from in here," then freaking a buzzsaw's thrown at him. Alright. We got bullshit right here, bullshit right here. By the way, when I mentioned the original Let's Play and how I was basically forced to try and 100% the game, that included looking for all of the treasure in-game and collecting all of those crown objects you see. Like, it was to the point where sometimes I wasn't even allowed to leave a room until all the treasure was located. I mean, right now I don't have a problem just kind of casually walking around doing it, but you enjoyed the Simpsons movie? I remember seeing it in theaters. Like, back then, my mom did not want me watching The Simpsons, but somehow, me and my dad got into the theater, and we were just going to see it.
Did you bring the book, Sora?
Hey!
Nice. Oh no, Winnie the Pooh's in the land of Richard.
Think it's okay?
It has a gash on the front. Do you really think it's okay?
Well, I guess we could explain.
Great.
Oh, look, the book has so many... The book is so lifeless now. Look at this.
so glad you're okay, Pooh.
And I'm glad you came to visit. But you see, I was just about to begin my stoutness exercises. Perhaps we could visit a bit later. Somebody I don't know.
Oh, sure. So, how's Piglet these days?
I don't think I know anyone by that name. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, my stoutness exercises.
Pooh? Hey, Pooh?
Now it's like Shrek on Xbox when you're in the book. Except instead of freaking a thick purple fog hiding all of the freaking world of Winnie the Pooh, freaking instead it's just nothing. See, but now, another problem I had with the original Let's Play was just, I was way too cringy. In fact, earlier when I'm alluding to how I didn't like the original Let's Play, I may have seemed to blame it entirely on Vandalia 98, but really, the whole thing was my fault. Number one, I was the one at the controls. I freaking should have been in control, but for some reason I decided not to be. And two, my humor back then was just cringy as all hell. Particularly when whenever I was playing a game that didn't piss me off. Like, part of the reason Shrek on Xbox has aged well is just because of how mad that game made me be, pretty much. But the reason I brought up my cringe humor is because there was a point in the game where I pretend nobody except the gang knows that freaking our main character goes into the Winnie the Pooh book, when freaking I completely ignored the fact that freaking Merlin knows about it, and it's more likely that the Final Fantasy characters know about it. Just me attempting to be a cringy idiot. The baseball charm! If you use the baseball charm, you can call Chicken Little from the shitty Disney movie of the same name. Oh. Oh, by the way, fun fact. In the original PS2 version and in the PS3 version, the load times are not nearly that instantaneous. Here we are, the spaceship of the dead. Oh, hang on. Okay. Oh, yay, shoot the skull. Shoot it. Shoot it. It's a skull. It's undead. It's evil. Evil worthy of Mermaid Man. Alright, hang on a sec. Oh shit. Oh look, cannonballs with a... Oh! Yeah, Mario fan. I was pretty sad to hear that. Because I found out Tim Conway was his name. God damn it. I mean, the original actor for Mermaid Man passed away years ago. Freaking, oh my god, freaking... Ah, god damn it. Alright, the Skull of Doom, Skull of Doom. Oh no. Let go, let go. Alright, the Skull of Doom. Oh, I blew it up. I killed it. Frickin' the Dark Lord Shadow method of bum rushing in Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. 3 people in the chat and you're still here. I mean, yeah, Pokesaurus usually comes and goes, and... Oh, we got Bettini system, huh? Okay, I guess it's time to go back to this world to get one single solitary piece of a puzzle. Whee! Whee! Oh, look at that shit. The piece of a puzzle was making a circle around the world. Oh no. You'll be back, maybe? Okay. What kind of level is this? Well, most of the level is set in the underworld of the Hercules movie. The domain of Hades. Okay.
Thanks, but I'm fine.
And you're supposed to be?
I'm Sora. He's Donald, and that's Goofy. We came to see how Hercules is doing.
You know Wonder Boy?
Yeah, 'cause we're heroes too.
You mean junior heroes, Donald?
Looks like we have a friend in common. Name's Meadow. My friends call me Meg.
Funny thing is, in the first KH game, Hercules was not voiced by his original actor. Instead, in that game, they for some reason got Mikey from the Goonies / Sam from the Lord of the Rings to do the voice. But with this game, they got the original actor from the movie back. Oh, Mario fans, sadly there was also some sad Disney news. Apparently the longtime voice of Minnie passed away. And of course the current actor of Goofy had some nice words to say about it. How most of the current Disney cast were of course sad to hear about it. See, now I'm not sure who the longest running Disney actor is so far. It's probably either Donald's actor or Goofy's actor. You knew about that? Alright. In fact, when I was reading the article that talked about her death, I found out she was actually married to a previous actor who played Mickey. He died back in 2009, I think. Ow, goddamn. Oh, oh. The same actor, yeah, I think she also played Martin on Simpsons and some other miscellaneous voices. Kind of strange considering she was still working even this year. It's always a bit mystifying to have an actor that's still in work just suddenly pass away on you. By the way, I'm not touching that thing. At least, maybe not yet. Because unfortunately, I think the first time I tried Let's Playing this game, I or the other guy made the genius decision to try it immediately. Didn't end so well. Then again, I haven't watched that Let's Play in a while.
Oh,
here we go.
He's made Say, why don't you just pick somebody already dead and save him the trouble? That is good.
Dead is good? Oh, I just realized the connection. You like Pete in this game? Yeah. He's kind of the recurring Disney villain in this game.
I'm scared too, no?
Anyways, I'm gonna announce the connection I just realized once we get up there to where Pete and Hades are at. Oh, god damn it. The flowers. Slap, slap, slap. Clap, clap, clap. Slap, slap, slap. Clap, clap, clap. Ah! Oh. Wow. Nice. Killer. Die. Ow. Ow. I better not die. Nice. Donald is down. Looks like he just got back up. Okay, here we go.
What's down there?
Just the underworld's deepest dungeon. This time I'm bringing out the mother of all bad guys.
You don't say. Well, maybe I should go.
Yep, here we go. Now we have Auron from Final Fantasy X, and the connection I just realized is that Hades pulls out Auron because he's a dead guy, pretty much. In Final Fantasy X, this is a little bit of a spoiler for those who haven't played it, but Auron is also undead in that game too. Mickey only appears at the end of the game. No, that would be true for for KH1, the first game. But in this game, he appears a bit more. Like, he appears like towards the start of the game. He plays then there's this huge battle that a bunch of the characters get into. He's heavily involved in that one. And then after that, you see him again quite prominently at the end of the game. So he's in this game a lot more than he is in the first one.
Get up!
That's it. That's it.
And we can't do anything to Hades. Oh no.
I feel kind of funny.
That's right. See, that's the thing. In the underworld, heroes are zeros. Comes with the territory. Go now.
But I've got to talk to Hades.
What was that? Can't fight him here. You have to go. Now.
Oh, also, the game has a mechanic where if you lose to certain bosses, there's a random chance Mickey will actually show up, and basically you have to build up a meter by fighting the boss. Like, you can't actually kill the boss with Mickey himself. You basically have to build up a meter that revives your main character, and then you can continue as normal.
As
count on it.
Huh? Oh,
Leaving so soon?
Okay, now, this is... I'll say this much, freaking... My friend tried playing this game on not only the hardest difficulty, but he decided to try playing the game with the no experience ability, meaning he could not level up. Let's just say when he played this part of the game, it made him rage hard. Flying Dutchman, welcome back. Yes, that's what it reminds me of now. Leaving so soon. Uh-oh. We want to escape. It's funny, Auron is probably one of the only Final Fantasy characters in the series that's kind of relatively unchanged from his Final Fantasy counterpart, design-wise. Literally the only change they made with him is that he doesn't wear sunglasses. Like, in Final Fantasy X itself, he wears sunglasses, and that's like the only... Them taking them off is like the only change they made in this game. Did you like my sunglasses? Oops. God damn it, I die. And of course I have to repeat a bunch of shit. He likes to wear sunglasses at night. Who does? Liquid or Auron? I really don't want to have to level grind on screen. That was a huge problem the original KHII Let's Play had. Truth is, you want to cut out all the unnecessary fluff on a playthrough. Mario, the original KHII Let's Play, let's just say, Vandalia pretty much had me record every little thing we did. Like, I mean, it got to a point where eventually I wanted to just off-screen grind, and I told him that. But I'm pretty sure the only reason I was able to get away with it was just because I had my PS3 with me at school, and I could not take my Elgato with me. How many difficulties are there? There are 4 of them. Beginner, Standard, Proud, and Critical. The one I'm playing is Critical. There's my angry grandpa moment. God damn it. God damn it! Oh, I didn't double tap, thank God. Oh, thank you. Oh no, the large-bodied dancing clown. Dancing clown! You love Angry Grandpa, so do I. Don't particularly care for Pickle Boy's new content, though. Ow, oh my god, Keyblade! Experience boost, huh? Oh, I got booted in. How hard is Critical? Not that hard. You might have to level grind a little bit. Well, anyways, to beat the story is not that hard. You might have to level grind a little bit here and there. Because here's the thing, so basically, beginner mode, the enemies deal like half the damage they're normally supposed to do, and you do a lot more damage. Standard is how you're supposed to play. And then on Proud, I believe enemies do about double the damage they're supposed to do. You don't do less damage, but still, and enemies do a lot more damage. Critical is about the same as Proud mode, but there are a couple of catches. One, you're given a lot more AP to equip abilities, but then the biggest gimmick of Critical mode is that you're only allowed to get half the health you normally can get. Like, they literally half all the health boosts you get. So basically you have to play the whole game with enemies doing max damage with only half a health bar. Oh, look at that. Yeah, honestly, Angry Grandpa, like, I kind of wish he was still around, but still, at the very least, there's a frickin' huge-ass library. Like, somebody think of a gargantuan term for, like, the biggest library on the face of the earth. Because there's just so many videos of him that frickin'... I mean, Pickle Boy claims that he has a whole stockpile of videos that were on backup to upload after he passed away, but instead of uploading those videos, Pickle Boy's been clickbaiting. Clickbait, clickbait, clickbait. That's all we've been getting. For the most part, anyway. You forgot how much you laughed your ass off as Barilla video. See, when I was on the trip to Colorado, when I was sitting in the back seat with Jesse, freaking, I showed him the Poor Man's Lasagna video. Freaking, it was an experience. No, not the limit break. Oh my god. I have to unequip auto limit. What about the one where he goes crazy after a prank? I think I know what video title you're talking about, but I don't think I remember the video. I'd have to look it up. Cause I know I've seen it in my in like the search results, but I don't think I've actually watched it. I mean, freaking one video of his... You wish the entire CC's Pizza video was up. Yeah, it only gets, like, one part. And then, like, there's another... There's one of the uploads has a part of him throwing pizza boxes at the door that seems to be cut from, like, the actual video. But, supposedly, the reason why the full video's not up is because CC's Pizza tried to sue them for having it up. Over some broken plates. All I remember was, I think the music that played during the part where Angry Grandpa was throwing the pizza boxes, I think it's the one that goes doo 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 doo. I don't even know what that song is called. I think I need to... If somebody knows the name, let me know, but... Okay. Sometimes in the Angry Grandpa prank videos, they can backfire. Oh, I know that. Sometimes it's because freaking Bridget would tell Angry Grandpa in advance, or like somebody would just tip Angry Grandpa off in general. Have I tried VA11? Oh, Cyberpunk Bartender Sim? No, I haven't tried that. Okay, I got lucky there. Like Blade Runner, Akira, Snatcher, Police Knots with Cheers. Huh. It's funny, I did actually emulate Snatcher on my my Genesis emulator. I think I also have Snatcher on the SNES Classic. Do I like Charlie Brown? Oh, do I really like I really like Charlie Brown stuff. I have plenty of the Charlie Brown special collections. I even went to see the Peanuts movie in theaters. Is that a Charlie Brown shirt? Yeah. One thing, like one of the things from the podcast I remember.
Yeah, I think so.
Hurry!
Oh, that's right. What's going on in this game? Basically, Hades sent this dog Cerberus after us. And Orin decided to hold it off so that we can get away, but Sora doesn't want to leave Orin behind, so now we're fighting it. God damn it! What? That was freaking instant death. Oh, but here we go. Here we go. Once again, saved by the freaking man himself. Oh, god damn it. And I'm taking the cheap way out. Ready? Right there. Overkill. Just thought of another thing about KH3, but here's the thing, I know for a fact Adam is secretly watching, so I can't really talk about it.
Don't worry, Meg. I'll be fine. What does a hero need rest for, huh?
Oh no. Look at that. 0 to hero. Orin, he just simply went to go visit Richard Aiken. Don't worry about him. Hades awaits.
Let me see if I've got this right. That Brat's keyboard works on any part.
That's right.
Have I ever told you about the killer coliseum we have right here in the underworld? It makes the one upstairs look like an Olympic kiddie pool.
And that's the place we're gonna put an end to Hurt the Jerk's winning streak.
Problem. Zeus locked it tight.
Oh. Oh.
Bingo. All we gotta do is swipe that key and then reopen the Underdrome.
Hate to tell you, but that key is kind of particular. It won't work for just anybody. And that kid ain't no pushover.
I think this calls for a woman's touch.
There we go. It's the land of...
Sora, Donald, Goofy, when'd you get here?
Hey, Herc.
Howdy there. You on another adventure?
Yeah, tracking down some friends, wiping out some Heartless.
Junior hero's always busy.
You know it.
Okay.
Hey, champ. How you feeling? Better rest up for tomorrow's match. Nobody's gonna pay to see a worn-out hero. Ganesh? Remember what I told you. Victory in the games comes down to two simple words. Eat, bathe, sleep. Huh? Hey, if it ain't the junior heroes.
Looking good, Phil.
Never better.
Oy.
Where you guys been? Have you earned your true hero wings yet?
Once again, I'm reminded about something I don't like about KH3.
Nope, you ain't got what it takes. Right. So, what's up?
Ay, ay, ay. Nice. How come I didn't like the KH3? It's not that I didn't like it, it's just that there's lots of things about it that... It's just that there's lots of things about it that I didn't like. Adam, if you are watching this, please tune out for about a minute, but... So... Basically, a lot of it had to do with the game's plot. Like, I'd say the actual gameplay was fine. But, like I alluded to earlier, I didn't really like their I didn't really like a lot of their choices for movies. Some of the freaking movies they adapted, I outright hated the way they adapted them. Like, I'm still gonna, even if Adam's not watching, I'm still gonna try avoid spoiling the game. Like, let's just say, without giving much away, probably the one World Disney movie adapted that well, aside from Frozen, because to me, Frozen should not have been in the game. But aside from Frozen, the other Disney movie that I really think didn't get adapted well was, oddly enough, Monsters, Inc. Little weird considering that I was actually kind of looking forward to it before release.
Nick, you know the movie The Meg?
What about it?
I was watching it.
Okay.
Giant shark. 75 feet. Can you imagine that swimming in the ocean now? It's not alive anymore, but...
Yeah. Well, yeah, Mario, I can understand that they wanted to pick more modern Disney movies, but honestly, I feel like the older games had a good mixture of more recent movies and older ones, but the fact that 3 leaned more towards the newer ones didn't really feel that great. To me, at least. Oh, another 60 FPS cutscene. Look at that.
Hero job description.
Oh, right. Hades, we gotta talk.
Of course, none of you can see it, but I can.
Mildly interesting news. Seems your dear, sweet little nutmeg.
Nick, it's my last load of laundry.
Lost in the
And then when it's done,
underworld.
would you mind putting it in the basket?
You mean you kidnapped her?
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, maybe. But why get caught up in the details?
Well, Mario, I'll give the game this. At the very... I mean, all in all, the Frozen world was bad. Gameplay-wise and story-wise.
The bloodthirsty Hydra. I mean, if you don't...
But most of the other worlds, gameplay-wise, they were okay. You know?
Yeah, accidents you cause.
Like, most of my problems with how Monsters, Inc. was adapted had to do with the plot, not exactly the... I'd say the... Gameplay-wise, Monsters, Inc. was okay. Like I said, all in all, most of the problems I have with KH3 are the plot. And I know some people are saying, oh, you don't play KH for the plot, you play it for the crossover elements in the gameplay. Then why exactly did KH1, 2, and Birth by Sleep have good plots? Sure, at times it was hard to make sense out of, but at least they're engaging. Quite jarring since well, all of the games were in 30 FPS. Like, literally, the PS4 HD collections were the first time the games were in 60. In fact, the switch to 60 FPS actually had problems in itself. Like, for instance, the Sephiroth fight in KH1, at one point his meteor shower ability moved so quickly in 60 FPS they had to patch the game. It's getting tiring of Crash and people complain that Crash and Spyro are 30 and not 60. Well, the original games were not in 60. Well, generally, there's elitists in general that believe that anything below 60 is unacceptable nowadays, which is not true in the slightest. 30 FPS is perfectly fine, especially for cinematic games. What if there was a game that two licensed games came together and had different heroes and villains? I wonder. Oh, a power boost. I wonder whose that's gonna be. Mine. Well, yeah, Crash and Spyro run perfectly fine at 30 FPS. And now we have the Hydra, easily one of the creepiest boss battles ever. Not in this game, though. In the PS1 game of Hercules. Oh, look. Oops. Wait. Great, I ruined my own joke. Oh, look. It's a single solitary piece of a puzzle. Let's go get it. Wee. Ah, no, I died. The 60 FPS talk is because of Spyro getting a Switch port. Okay, then. As if the Switch could handle... If the PS4 and Xbox One can't handle 60 FPS on Crash and Spyro, neither can the Switch. Can you play as Donald and Goofy in this game, or is it just Sora? Well, if you're willing to use an action replay, a Game Shark, or a Codebreaker on the original PS2 version, you can. Otherwise, you can't. Literally the only KH game in the series where you can actually play as Donald and Goofy, without hacking the game is KH Days. 358 Days on the DS. Where you can unlock them for the game's multiplayer mode. You're fine with games that run at 30 as long as they run well? Well, like I said, probably 30 FPS is best used for games that are more cinematic or not really fast-paced, whereas games that are heavy on gameplay should use 60. Reminds you of the creepy crypt from Shrek, if only we had the music from Shrek. You couldn't save me from Shrek. I couldn't save myself from Shrek. I should have heeded Schnick's warning. Uncharted 4 and Spider-Man run at a smooth 30? Why, yes they do. Ow, God. Jesus, that was a good save. Thinking for the next time I play this, I might have to level grind a bit. Just a little, though. We can never escape Shrek ever. Yeah, that is true. Up, we can't go that way. Oi. You can't escape Smash Mouth since their music is actually good than All-Star. Other than All-Star. Is that what you meant? Oh, look, it's a platforming section. Yoink. Yoink. And then we have Man with Hood. Your OG Xbox has a bad disk drive. It'll get stuck. Funny thing is, my original Xbox sometimes does the same thing. But I don't have to worry about trace corrosion killing it. At least I hope I don't, because I freaking had a professional freaking... Literally, this Xbox came from a professional repairman of freaking old game systems, and he took out the shit that causes the trace corrosion.
Oh, he's gotta be the thief. Now that's just plain rude. Dance, water, dance.
Wait, there's a sound effect if you lose in the GameCube version? I never knew that. Thought losing in both versions sounded the same. Then again, I don't recall ever dying in the extra large version, so maybe that's why I never noticed it. Well, I did die in the extra large version, but I think it was only during that part when you're in the sewers freaking trying to hit the valves within the time limit. And Video Kid, Mario, freaking, you have me, where I've had not one, but 2 original Xboxes die on me. Oh, Mario, I was playing Soldier of Fortune on the PS2. I got pretty far in the game, and then guess what? The game froze when I was in the middle of saving the game. Needless to say, my save file got corrupted, and me being pissed off, I tried to find out if there was a level select cheat code, and because level select cheat codes are kind of common in FPS games, this game didn't have a level select code. Literally the best thing, the closest thing it had was the ability to no-clip. And given that the game is a heavily objective-based game, freaking no-clipping was not going to help very much. You could not imagine if your save of Persona 3 and 4 got corrupted. Oh, yeah. I'm almost wondering if you should save to multiple files just to be safe. Only 2 save files will do, though. Don't be like Darkside Phil, where you will use up all 99 save files if given the chance. SpongeBob liked camera pants. Your Mickey Speedway USA Game Boy Color copy, does it have a dead save battery or what? The GTA 3D era games age worse if your PS2 laser doesn't work much. I suppose it's a good thing I'm not that big a fan of the GTA games on PS2. Oh, it had a save battery that died. That's unfortunate. It's funny, I had Mickey Speedway USA and the Game Boy Color, but I lost my copy of the game. Though, I got a copy of the Nintendo 64 version a couple of years ago. If I recall correctly, the N64 version was leagues better than the Game Boy Color version, because I remember not liking it on Game Boy Color.
Almost there.
Game Boy Color save batteries like to die often. Indeed, they do. It's funny, there's a select few N64 games that have save batteries. They have a much longer lifespan than Game Boy Color batteries do. But even though the few N64 games I have that have save batteries, even though freaking they've apparently gone past their expiration date, as far as I'm aware, they still work. But Schnick, is it better than Walt Disney World Magical Fuck Quest? Oh yeah, Mickey Speedway USA on N64, I would much rather play it than freaking Walt Disney Fuck Quest. Yeah, Walt Disney World Quest Magical Racing Tour honestly is one of the worst racing games I've ever played, and I do not understand why so many people love it. I mean, Mickey Speedway USA, it's not the best game ever, but it's made by Rare, the developers of Diddy Kong Racing. Frickin', you can't really go wrong with it. And don't worry, it was before Rare fucked themselves over with Microsoft. Why the fuck do you have the game? Mario, I need to ask, why the fuck does YouTube keep trying to censor your chat messages? I keep having to freaking click to show. You got Parappa the Rapper 2 from GameStop? You got Mario Maker 2 and you're not happy with the story mode? I hear lots of people aren't happy with it. Well, yeah, Walt Disney World Quest Magical Racing Tour, the whole reason why it's so bad is because the AI is so brutally difficult.
Sorry I'm late. Get Meg out of here. I'll meet you back at the Coliseum.
What about you?
I'm gonna show these guys what happens when they mess with a true hero.
Now wait a sec. Cool.
You thought Mario Maker 2's story was decent? I mean, admittedly, I got Mario Maker 2 just because Adam, Brandon, and Jesse are inevitably gonna make levels for it. In fact, freaking, I already made a video of Adam watching me play some of the levels he and Jesse made. I haven't uploaded the video yet, but honest, I actually could start uploading it at one point. How'd they expect little kids to beat the AI? No idea. It's funny, I did not own that game as a kid, but I did own 102 Dalmatians, which was a platformer game made by the same developer, and funny thing is, that game's actually not bad. And that's the only way I knew about Walt Disney Fuck Quest as a kid, because 102 Dalmatians had an ad for it on the back of the manual. You've uploaded several levels recently? Huh. Mario on Skype, you might have to give me your Maker ID, because frickin' I will follow you just to see what your levels are.
This place gives me the creeps. I'll deal with you nitwits next time.
Oh god, frickin' video kids recreating frickin' robots.
Could today possibly get any better? This time, Wonder Breath is going down for good.
Only difference, you got Aladdin instead. What do you mean Aladdin instead? Herculade. The Flying Dutchman is no longer here. Oh no. Oh, Mega Elixir, look at that. Oh. What if you remade the Chop Shot level? I would like to see that. Oh my god. Oh yeah, defense. We need that. That SpongeBob's Birthday Bash, I mean, I've heard about the episode a bunch, and I've heard that at the very least it's better than Truth or Square, but no, I haven't seen it. You would rather play Aladdin Nazira's Revenge than Walt Disney frickin' Fuck Quest? Honestly, I would too. At least I beat it. I mean, funny thing is, it was among the last games from when I was a kid that I actually managed to beat. Like, let's just say, when I did the Let's Play of Aladdin, that was the first time I ever legitimately beat it. Well, yeah, well, I think the way it works with Mario Maker 2 is that you have to share a Maker ID instead of the ID for the levels.
Champ, you're safe.
Because I don't know why, whenever I do a Mario Maker stream or video, it always has freaking hilarious results. Mostly stemming from the fact that I'm not that great at 2D Mario.
Wonder Boy. Bill's right. This is no time to beat yourself up.
Do I use S-Video for the Super Nintendo and N64? I do. Number one, I do not have a Super Nintendo. And number three, I use Composite on N64. I know it's like the worst the N64 can look, but I haven't made it a priority to seek out S-Video, mostly because I've never actually used S-Video on any of my systems. Alright, the Hydra. The bloodthirsty Hydra. You know what's funny? That black smoke that was censored from green blood kind of looks like black blood in this. That doesn't look like, that really does not look like black smoke to me. It literally looks like they just turned the green blood black. A big and tasty for $1. What, $1 for Merlin? S-Video makes a noticeable difference on Super Nintendo, but it's not that different on N64. And here we go with Phil telling me to go on the Hydra. There are 2 health bars in the boss fight. Well, basically the way health meters work in this game is that whenever you get to a certain amount of health, you get down to... Basically, bosses... and basically, when enemies have more than a certain amount of health, they gain multiple health bars. Like, I think in this game, freaking 1 health bar is about 200 HP. So, this boss would have about 3 health bars, so that would mean this boss has about maybe 600 HP or so. Oh, from a Donald Trump McDonald's commercial. Okay. But anyways, like I was saying, when Phil was yelling for me to climb up on the Hydra, I don't know why, but freaking Vandelia would always freaking quote that. Claiming it was like one of the best memes to come out of this game. Personally, I never thought it was that funny. Like, I don't get why people... Well, I don't get... Like, I know that people in general have brought it up with this game, but I personally never thought it was that funny. Oh god, we have to wait for the heads to get down to deal the killing blow. Get the hell down. Oh my god, get over here. Dead.
You down. I'm just... no use.
It's not your fault. Hey, even a god would be exhausted.
She's right. Give yourself a chance to rest.
Have I seen the Kim Possible episode, The Twin Factor? Honestly, I'm not going to be able to remember specific episodes of Kim Possible. It's just been that long since I've seen it. Especially since I didn't watch it that often. I'm hoping I can change that with Disney Plus, though.
Hey, it's no big deal. Just let us know if Hades or the Heartless start acting up. We'll take care of it.
Why, that's what heroes are for.
When did you 3 make Hero?
Let's save that for another time. We have to hit the road.
Okay. Don't be strangers.
Gorge, I hope you feel better soon, Hercules.
Yeah.
Oh, well, take care, you guys. Stay a little longer next time. We got some serious training to catch up.
Wondering how hot it's gonna be tomorrow.
Well, time to go. Oh, I almost forgot. The Olympus Stone.
91 degrees. Perfect. When does Disney Plus come out? It's supposed to come out in November. There's 2 series that are confirmed to be on it that I want to freaking add to my marathon project, which are Kim Possible, of course, and Star Wars The Clone Wars. Really hoping the X-Men and Spider-Man cartoons from the 90s get on there too.
And where is everyone else?
Beats me. They must have had some other matters to deal with.
Star Wars The Clone Wars had very funny battle droids. I know that a lot of people, like... I know lots of people prefer the 2D animated Clone Wars series, but I think the 3D one is said to be the one canon with the movies. And the thing is, the 3D one I hear is still very good.
Oh, how is he? Very well then. I suppose you'd best tell me what's happened during my absence.
Oh my god, leveling robots with the frickin' ball.
Oh, now I wonder where that old album could be. Queen Minnie! It's horrible! Something's wrong in the hole in the cornerstone! There's real sharp thorns everywhere!
It's 115 outside. Well, you live in Arizona, so I'd imagine it'd be that hot out. Yep, here's Minnie.
Where are you?
After her voice actor passed away.
This is your castle. Must be nice to be home, huh? Well?
You know, something just don't feel quite right. What?
Move it! Let's go! Queen Minnie needs to see you! The castle's in danger! Hurry, to the library!
Look at my sub count, huh? Really sad to hear about that. Yeah. Sub count. Oh no. What is this? For some reason I can't see it. Wait. Oh no, 666. I see. Alright, well, I'm about to go to the bathroom real quick. Okay, here we go. I'm a little surprised there would be original Xbox games that supported like 720p and all that. And sometimes misprints like that can happen. Surprised that Crash Nitro Kart runs at 720. Like I said, I'm surprised that 720p was a possible resolution back then. WarioWare? I haven't played WarioWare all that much, so no, I don't think so. Chicken Little 1080i 1080i 60 FPS on Xbox. Okay, Video Kid, you just if I recall, I do not remember the PS2 running. I do not remember the PS2 version running at 60 FPS. If I recall correctly, the PS2 version ran at 30. You know what? If I can come across a copy of the Xbox version, I might actually buy it to verify that. You never played any of the WarioWare games? I mean, I have the one on the GameCube, and, well, that's about it. I also have Wario Land on the GameCube. I'm a little bit sad that's never gotten a sequel. No, not Wario Land, Wario World. Sorry about that. Wario Land was on the Wii and all the Game Boys. Who's ready for the SpongeBob remake? Admittedly, it's one of the only games I want to buy coming up. Good thing, too, because freaking I've become a cheapskate recently. Don't really want to buy shit. Literally, Wario will sing that on the freaking pause menu of freaking Wario World. How do you play my RPG games? Normally, I don't give out shitty RPG, well, the games, but if you really wanted a copy of it, I could send you a Google Drive link and a direct message somehow. That only thing is, I just don't want the game to get widely distributed. You're not playing them through, you're just asking. Well, basically, if you were to hypothetically play it, basically, I would have to send the game to whoever wanted to play it. They'd... Inside the game's folder, you have to install the RPG Maker VX RTP, and then from there, you just have to launch the game. Video Kid, I saw that you were running Chicken Little at HD. It's okay. I'm honestly wondering if the Steam version of the game is able to do that. Because, yeah, Chicken Little is on Steam. And we're not talking like a cheap, like in freaking cheap shit storybook or activity center or point-and-click game. We're literally talking the PS2, GameCube, Xbox game on Steam. But yeah, Mario fan, when it comes to the shitty RPG games, I primarily made the first one anyway to see reactions from some of my friends playing it. I mean, I've had thoughts of letting the general public play it, because, I mean, I highly doubt it's gonna go viral or anything, but still, part of me is a bit worried of that chance. Well, yeah, and... Also, you're right, Shrek on Xbox was pretty much the only thing it was good for was to be a tech demo for the Xbox. Why am I so surprised about Chicken Little 1080i? Mostly because I had no idea a 6th gen game system could do in HD resolution. Why did it release as a full game? Because the movie was popular. That's the only reason. Without Halo, the Xbox would have crashed and burned. Not only was freaking Shrek on Xbox a launch title to the... Not only freaking... is the original not only was Shrek on Xbox a really bad game from freaking to be a launch title. You also can't forget Drunk Obi-Wan. Freaking Drunk Obi-Wan was another launch title, or even if it wasn't a launch title, it was released in 2001. One of the earliest Xbox games there was.
So those are the Heartless.
Don't worry, we'll take care of them.
I know I can count on you, Sora. Now there's something I'd like all of you to come and see. Would you please escort me to the audience chamber? I forgot to warn everyone else in the castle about the danger. We must be sure they're hidden somewhere safe.
Okay, we'll go tell them.
We just gotta split up, Donald.
I'll make sure that everyone knows what's going on.
No, Sora. You'll just get lost.
Okay, then I'll stay with the Queen.
Alrighty then, see you later.
The audience chamber, right, ma'am?
Yes, Sora. Let's be on our way.
Okay. Most launch games on a system aren't much. You know, actually, we could talk about that a little bit. Let's see. The PS1, well, there was Rayman. I mean, Rayman was good. Can't really think of other launch games on the PS1, though. Then the N64, literally, I mean, it had Mario 64, but Mario 64 was pretty much the only game on the N64 for a while. And then the Saturn, well, the Saturn's launch was a bit of a disaster because of freaking Sega of America launching it out of nowhere. Nintendo GameCube component cables, huh? What's the damage meter on the top of the screen? Basically, don't let Minnie get hurt. And yeah, it is true the GameCube was the least popular 6th-gen system. Not to say it wasn't popular, but it's just because of the Xbox having online and the PS2 being able to play DVDs easily, they had more marketability. Let's see, so the PS2, I mean, the PS2 had well, it had Tekken Tag Tournament, it had the original Time Splitters, so, I mean, well, the original Time Splitters hasn't aged that well compared to 2 and 3, so there's that. The GameCube had Luigi's Mansion and Smash Melee, more or less. So, I mean, the GameCube was decent. The Xbox, well, it had Shrek, it had Star Wars Obi-Wan, it had several other games, but Halo was the only one that was notable and good. And yes, if the damage meter goes all the way up, you lose. And yeah, the GameCube did have the Mario Party games. And you know, Mario, do you know the story of the Capcom 5? Well, yeah, third parties were all about the PS1 and PS2 because they were just easy to develop for.
This way. Let's go. This way. Let's go. This way.
You do know about the Capcom 5? Well, for anyone that doesn't know, basically, there was a point where Capcom promised 5 exclusives to the GameCube. They were Resident Evil 4, Beautiful Joe, Killer 7, some other game called Product Number 3, and a 5th game that I do not remember the name of. A little bit surprised I'm at the component cable, though, but... So, out of the 5 games... So, each of the 5 games was meant to be exclusive to the GameCube, and sure enough, Beautiful Joe was exclusive to the GameCube for a little bit. But then, Product Number 3 launched, and it was a pretty bad bomb for the GameCube. So, because Capcom wanted the games of the Capcom 5 to be profitable, I mean, Resident Evil 4 was also GameCube exclusive, but pretty much on the day the game launched for the GameCube, a PS2 version got announced, and then Beautiful Joe and Killer 7 also got PS2 ports, and that unnamed 5th game never even got released. The only good licensed games you can think of are LEGO Star Wars and Simpsons Hit and Run. Contrary to popular belief, I'd say there's many good licensed games. Like, you got Spider-Man 2, even the original Spider-Man was good. See, you also have plenty of the James Bond games from the era. The first 3 Harry Potter games, a couple of Lord of the Rings games like The Third Age and Return of the King. We also got Chronicles of Riddick on the Xbox, plus the sequel on the PS3 and 360.
Our castle has always been safe from worlds that are evil. Thanks to the cornerstone of light, which we keep down there.
The cornerstone of light?
I will say, however, many people try to argue GoldenEye on N64 is the only good licensed game. Oddly enough, I do not think GoldenEye has aged very well in this day and age. In fact, I prefer its spiritual successors, the first Perfect Dark and the 3 Timesplitters games.
I wonder what this could mean.
The GameCube have digital output on the back.
No way.
It's funny, you know, my friend Brandon, he actually modded his GameCube to play CDs. Yeah, Battle for Bikini Bottom and the movie game were good.
All in good time. I promise you'll be able to partake of my vengeance, but you must be patient.
Just what are you doing here, Maleficent?
Ah, Queen Minnie. Radiant as always. I'm here on a property venture. I want this castle for my own. However, it's a bit too bright for what I have in mind. I suppose I'll just have to fill every room with my personal touch of darkness.
You'd better stop right now if you know what's...
Yeah, asking the evil witch to stop is gonna frickin' make her stop.
Very well. I'll stop.
And yes, Mario, a good chunk of Disney games are good too.
What a hag.
Nothing like this has ever happened before. I looked through all the records in the library, but I couldn't find a single clue.
Oh! Huh? Well, we should go ask somebody who knows lots of stuff that ain't in any book.
Yes, that's perfect.
Is the SpongeBob movie game hard? At times it can be.
We saw him and Hollow Bastion, right?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. I'm thinking about ending the stream soon. So I'm getting a little bit tired. Have to go on a trip tomorrow because there's some old games and movies I don't want that I want to trade in at one of my game stores. So I'd have to get up early to do that.
Anybody home?
The castle's in danger.
Chicken Little on Xbox on eBay for $4. Oh no.
Oh, it's you. It looks like you've learned a bit since the last time I saw you.
Really?
Where? Inside the castle? Yup, and Heartless too. Oh dear. Perhaps I'd better just see for myself.
Aladdin on Genesis and Super Nintendo are good. Yeah, especially since they're both different games.
Is not good. In fact,
I actually do have a complete in-box copy of Aladdin on Genesis, but I haven't pulled out my Genesis in over a year. So pretty much that copy of Aladdin's more or less just a display copy.
What's that?
my boy, that is a gateway to a special world. Someone in that world is responsible for what's going on in this castle. Of that, I'm certain. Oh, boy! We knew we could count on you, Merlin.
Then we should go get him.
Wait a moment. The perpetrators must be stopped, of course, but there's something else.
I mean, Toy Story's also good, even though it made me frustrated at a couple of points.
I believe our enemies are utilizing that door. As long as it remains.
Quite frankly, all three Toy Story games are good.
Listen carefully, Sora. You must
Funny thing is, Toy Story 4 never got a game, and it's kind of funny. I didn't like Toy Story 4 all that much as a movie.
Now, one more thing. You're heading into a very special world.
Like, to me, the whole... Like, honestly, Toy Story 3 had such a perfect ending that you didn't even really need to make a fourth one.
That temptation at all costs.
What do you mean?
You'll know soon enough.
Not to mention, I think that I didn't like a lot of the characters in Toy Story 4. I mean, there were some good characters, but a lot of returning characters I feel like were underused, and a couple of like, I thought Buzz was completely out of character. And let's just say the ending... Has everyone here seen Toy Story 4 so I could directly talk about why one problem I had with the ending and how it completely contradicted a lot of the logic from the first three movies? Not even a Lego Toy Story. Alright, so Mario fans seen it, Video Kids seen it. I think Mario's seen it. So I'm gonna assume everybody's seen it. Yeah, let's just say, so Toy Story 3. Andy is about to take Woody with him to college. Andy obviously cares a lot about Woody despite him being much older, but Bonnie freaking pretty much gives the sad face like, oh, can I have the cowboy please? Like that kind of face. Andy decides to reluctantly part with Woody and makes Bonnie promise to take care of all the toys. And sure, you can argue Bonnie's just a little kid. She's not going to be able to keep to that religiously. But still, throughout Toy Story 3, she freaking loves Woody to death. Then all of a sudden in Toy Story 4, suddenly Woody is very, very conveniently the only toy that Bonnie does not give a shit about. Like, don't you think that's a little too convenient? Like, I understand that the idea is like, oh, sometimes kids' interests change, but don't you think that Bonnie would have lost interest in more toys than just Woody? Like, after how much she loves him to death in the third movie, and then suddenly she gives such little shit about him that freaking she tosses him aside for a freaking fork. And I know it's supposed to be a spork, but she calls it Forky, so there you go. Like, seriously, I try to understand that she's just a 5-year-old kid going to kindergarten, but still, it seems to be way too conveniently set up just so that Woody would freaking decide to become a lost toy and go with Bo Peep at the end of the movie. And it's fucking funny, actually. There's a video of the ending of Toy Story 3. Literally, right after Toy Story 4 released, the comments section got flooded with pretty much the exact same comment. Toy Story 5, Andy's Revenge. And you know, it does kind of baffle me. A lot of people that defend the whole behavior change just because Bonnie's a little kid. Like, a lot of those people were saying, oh, Andy's gonna be accepting of Bonnie losing Woody because she's a little kid. Okay. That might be true to an extent, but don't you think Andy would be at the very least a little upset that Woody is now gone and Bonnie doesn't give a shit? Like, honestly, the ending of Toy Story 4 actually makes me think that Woody should have gone with Andy at the end of Toy Story 3. What world is this? Yes, basically you're in the old Disney cartoons now. There we go, we win. I win! That's Patrick. Right there, me doing the Patrick voice.
Speak with me anyway. Who are you? You new around here?
Cut the act.
Whoa! Don't
Something doesn't seem quite right here. Are you sure you're Pete?
VHS tapes would randomly scroll over. Considering that Woody might have been a toy passed on from Andy's dad. It's funny, Andy's mom in Toy Story 2 said that Woody was a toy passed down in the family. And then freaking, he's given away with all his other friends that are toys, to a kid that ends up not giving a shit about him and then just loses him without giving a care. I destroyed this boss in 10 seconds. Oh my god, now I'm reminded of a quote from Rugrats. An episode opened with Tommy and Chucky freaking messing around with a chessboard. Freaking Grandpa Lou was apparently playing a chess game by mailing letters to his freaking opponent. Freaking Lou looks up, sees the chessboard is ruined. Ah! What in tarnation have you sprouts done? Pop, what's wrong? What's wrong? I've been playing this chess game by mail for 15 months, and they went and destroyed it in 15 seconds! What if Al... remake all levels of robots? Oh no. And Mario's wondering what if Al found Woody out of nowhere? Unfortunately, the fact that Woody gave up his voice box to Gabby, sadly Woody would not be worth anything to Al. Probably not anyway. That, or maybe Al would have PTSD from how he didn't make a shit ton of money on Woody. Toy Story of Terror is... Huh. I think I have to look up the plot of Toy Story of Terror now. Because I think I remember Al appearing in it. The hardest level in Robots, probably the last one.
Hey, look! There's the cornerstone of light!
What's going on? Everything's black and white.
Have I played Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem? I have it on the GameCube, but I haven't played it that much. You're stuck on the Chop Shop level. I think that's the level I said was the hardest. You remember renting Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights? And yeah, Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights is actually good.
Come on, we've got to help him.
Disney's Fast Play. I know there's plenty of DVDs that have that option, yeah. Disney Fast Play, if I recall correctly, basically it gave you the on a lot of Disney DVDs, I think it gave you the option to either skip straight to the DVD menu, or it would automatically play all the previews and go straight to the movie, like akin to a pre.
Well, as of now, you're finished. Mark my words, there'll be no place for you when our time comes. You imbecile.
But I...
Oh, yeah, yeah. Ten trailers? It's like clickbait YouTube videos when the late 2000s. No, nothing's worse than clickbait YouTube videos. I mean, today's commercials aren't that good compared to back then, but... Oh no, I lost. What do I think of the level? It's nice. Da ho ho ho, I lost.
The town's shrunk. Or do you think maybe we got bigger? Hey, look at the toy cannon.
Did I ever click on a tutorial that has the title in English, but then the video's in Spanish or Hindi? Not a tutorial, but I've had a couple of videos where I tried looking something up, but then the video was uploaded by a Spanish uploader. But normally I think the video would be in English with maybe Spanish subtitles. That doesn't happen often, though. Ads on YouTube act to force you to buy the product. YouTube's gonna force you to watch 3 ads soon, huh? Oh, great. Okay. I wouldn't have a problem with ads if they weren't so cringy. Like, seriously, right now on YouTube, they freaking always give me the one where freaking that guy throws the funeral for a freaking weed in his front yard. Like, it is just freaking cringy as freaking hell. It's not even funny. Like, I know they mean to make it funny for the fact that he's throwing a funeral for a freaking weed. But freaking... it... But honestly, it's just more pathetic than it is frickin' humorous. Ads for Google Maps, no. The only ads I really get are for a frickin' dental company, and for frickin' a site called Grammarly. Still think the worst ads I've ever got are the hippie singer frickin' Geico ads.
I think that might.
Literally, the hippie narrator from Shrek had to get work somewhere, so they got her to sing in Geico ads. Those ads were so bad that freaking Geico didn't even bring them up in their freaking history of Geico commercial series they've started doing. I swear if that car insurance ad keeps coming on, I'm gonna go angry grandpa. No, and the freaking funeral for the weed commercial, if I see it one more time, angry grandpa should rise from the grave and just take Mr. Avenger to the weed. Coolest looking enemies? Yeah, some of them are well designed. Do you want ice cream when the ad starts? Oh my god, now it's gonna be Invader Zim. You like ice cream. You like ice cream. You love it. You cannot resist ice cream. Your existence is meaningless without ice cream.
It was the strangest thing.
Stop gawking.
This Geico ad that's about distracted driving with this lady talking to this dog about texting acts like she's doing ASMR. Wow.
So what do I do?
Hey, shoot my dear. What have we here? Where?
You know, I think I just reminded myself of something. I think there was a freaking some kind of insurance commercial. Basically, this lady's sitting in a house and a dog is barking at her trying to get her attention. Freaking... Meanwhile, a freaking huge-ass twister is barreling down on her house and she doesn't give a shit. And if I recall correctly, the dog gets sucked into the twister and she still doesn't give a shit. But then freaking whatever it was they were promoting... Freaking, they promote themselves, she's happy again, and the twister drops off the house and the dog again. Like, that was like an old commercial, and it was freaking ridiculous. I don't even know what commercial it was. That's like the magic of when you're a little kid. You see shit, but then you don't remember what it's called. Like, I mentioned this on stream before, but freaking, I remembered a scene from a movie called Along Came a Spider, which was basically an escape. Basically, this 12-year-old kid is taken hostage by basically the movie's killer. And she escapes from the boat that she's being kept hostage on. And then freaking... basically, a guy gets killed trying to basically rescue her by... oh, yeah. So, a guy gets killed trying to rescue her, and she's brought back on the boat moves, and freaking Morgan Freeman finds the guy's dead body, and that's the next part of their investigation. Literally, I saw that scene as a little kid, but could not identify the movie it belonged to until I was upstairs laying in bed with the dog, and I was just basically flipping through channels, and by pure chance, I happened to change the channel to the movie as they were playing the scene in question. Well, specifically, they were playing an earlier scene in the movie where basically some Coast Guard people come up to the guy's boat and ask him, basically, I forget why they were talking to the killer, or the kidnapper, but they were, and basically, she tries calling out to a National Guardsman or whatever, and freaking, they don't hear her, so they go away. It was that scene. Oh my god, how the hell are you supposed to survive this? These cars do not die! These cars do not die! The fire doesn't die! Yeah, fuck this. Alright. Alright, fucking car. Stop aiming at the car and get the fire! God damn it. Leaf Bracer! That is going to be a very helpful ability. Oh my god, I finally did it. You notice I don't say bad words as much anymore. I mean, it's probably a good thing on my part. Mario fan, those were the embodiment of Fire Guy.
Well, that takes care of that. Hey! Listen well. On the other side of this portal, they're about to begin construction on that wretched castle. But until then, their treasured cornerstone of light lies unguarded, with all of its power still contained.
The cornerstone of light?
Yes. That cursed sphere is the very thing that prevents us from entering the castle.
Alright, I think I'm going to do the boss fight of this level, and then I think I'm going to call quits for the day.
Time to prove your worth, and don't dare to fail me again.
Don't fail him again. Let's see. That's it! I just gotta smash that cornerstone to smithereens!
Have I gotten ads for the mobile version of Mario Maker 2? No.
I gotta go get my old boat back.
It was Pete after all. Still, something doesn't seem right. The Pete we met here had kind of an attitude, but he didn't seem like a bad guy.
Now that castle's as good as ours.
That's the Pete we know. Oh no!
I'm not sure about Kim Possible.
They're gonna build a castle with darkness. We gotta hurry.
Hey, hold it right there.
No way, small fry. I finally found the pipsqueak what stole my steamboat. Right, me. No, it wasn't me. I've got somebody who looks like me.
Oh, which is it?
Cars hurt really bad. Yes, they do. Okay, here we go.
Wait! Shut up. Your future's on the line, Valley. So back off and give me the boat.
After him.
Am I gonna buy Chicken Little on Xbox soon? No, I do not have component cables on Xbox. As for buying the Xbox version, I might eventually, but no promises anytime soon. I mean, I am going to a couple of game stores tomorrow, but I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna buy anything. Kim Possible brainwashed into dancing, huh? Wow. Just barely did it.
You pay for this?
Good job. Basically putting Shrek's victory animation, or as we all know it, the Harng.
Donald, we'll come back for it later. Keep them for the doorway.
Harng. All your friends play Fortnite? I'm not surprised. Because lots of kids love going after the trendy games. It's a bit unfortunate, but...
You're still wet behind the ears.
Then try us.
What's that for?
I think that it's this part of the game that's the farthest I got in naturally uploading the original Let's Play. because I just couldn't take it anymore. Having to sit through the old Let's Play. What kind of boss fight is this? Basically, Pete's making us go through all the events we went through. All the cool kids don't like engaging games, yes. Oh, damn it. Bicycle. Bicycle. God damn it, stop dancing. Oh my god, his own attack made him bounce up like that. Okay. You got bullied a bit for not playing Fortnite. Trust me, when I was about your age, well, a little bit older actually, like when I was 13 or 14, I got a lot of the same flack because I didn't play Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, I know.
Who played Pete in this game? I think the voice of Pete is supposed to be Jim Cummings, but I might be wrong. Let me make sure of that. Do not quote me on that just yet.
Hello? That creep was you. That's a secret.
Secret? What kind of secret? Oh, never mind. Sorry I put you guys through all that trouble.
Alright, hang on. I'm gonna find out the truth.
I'll bet you the careful straight and well. Guess we should head back.
Still looking. Don't worry. Yes, I was right. Jim Cummings did voice Pete in this game. Funny, Mario, recently I tried out the Switch port of Doom 3. I really like it.
By George, the lads have accomplished their mission.
Video Kid, I'd say all three companies have their ups and downs.
Welcome back. Because of your bravery, the castle is safe and protected again. Thank you so much for all you've done. Good work, you guys.
Now, boys, I hope you didn't do anything reckless while you were there.
Of course not.
kid is secretly a relative to Jim Cummings.
Donald, you forgot about our date again.
Just like how I'm secretly a relative to Mysterio.
I know it's an important mission, but you could at least check in every once in a while.
Donald?
Just be a minute. Going somewhere? I trust that. Donald! Oh, look.
Daisy, we need Donald for just a little longer.
How much longer?
Well...
I'll be back soon, Daisy.
Don't you worry, Queen Minnie. We'll return.
Please tell the king that we're still looking for him.
I will. See you soon.
Think wisely.
Okay, we finished Disney Castle. Would you look at that? Okay. Oh, that game? Oh, God. Alright, well, anyways. Yes, you're welcome, everybody. Had fun talking with everybody. Not sure when I'm going to do this again. It might be on Thursday or Friday. Sometime this weekend, probably. So I will see everybody later. Bye-bye.